Right, just setting the posts up now on the miter saw. What I need to do is cut a 45 off the top, then that allows the rain to run off. The end grain is well, it's like a sponge, so it soaks up water. So what we want to do is minimise the amount of water that can sit on there. So by cutting a slope on, but when you've got all your stain or your paint or whatever you're using on top of there, it helps the water run away and saves your post from rotting quickly. So we're just going to cut those two, and then we'll cut them to length, and then we'll get the rebates cutting them for the gate to close into. Right, that's those two cut. We'll get them cut to length, and then we'll go through setting up to do the rebates. Right, now what I've done, I've marked up the rebate which I want to cut out for the gate to sit into. So what we do, pop that on the table saw and we raise the blade until we get to the pencil mark. And once we've done that, just pull it back, just go around the other side, I can show you. And then what I do is slide the fence so that the blade is to that mark. And then run that through the saw, then that gives me this cut, and then I do the same again, lower the blade, do this cut, and that cuts my rebate out. So we'll get set up, I'll show you how that goes. And there we have our rebates cut. Right, so after we've cut the rebates, that means we can work out then the size of the gate we need. What I need is 840 wide. That gives me a little bit of play for the hinges and everything. So first off, cut 3 pieces of 4x1 planed at 840, which gives me my width. And then what I've done here is I've just laid out 7 of the boards. I know we've done 8, but we're only using 7. And then starting from the centre point, working out both ways 420, which gives us our 840. So that's what I need to take off either side to keep us equal, so that the gate looks nice and symmetrical. So I'm just going to disassemble this now, rip these down on the table saw, and then we can start putting it together. Once I've got it roughly where I want it, I can take a template off the old gate for the archway, and then we can cut the arch in and start getting some paint on it. Right, so we've cut these sides down. That gives us the correct width across there. So what I've been doing is marking out where the braces are going to go, and then on the face side, as you can see, I've lined up and marked out and measured all the screws. So all the screws are going to be in exactly the same place. Just my OCD, that's all. You don't have to do that if you're not bothered about how your screws, you know, look. But like I said, that's just how I do things. Same at the top. So what we'll do, we'll fasten the top and the bottom in, and then we'll work out the centre. I've also marked the arch. I think you can see that. I think it's showing up. So I've also marked out the arch. I'll show you how I did that. I'll just get set up and then we'll be back. Right, we'll see if this works out. All you need, a piece of string and a pencil. Hold your pencil right at the top. I've got a centre line on the gate. So you want your string and your pencil right at the top. You literally hold the string with your finger and work your arch both ways, making your own little compass. And that draws your arch in very cheaply, well, for nothing. And mine very cheaply, and that works for any size. You just alter the length of your string. Right, what I've just been doing is drilling, pre-drilling all the holes, getting them ready, and then what we're going to do then is countersink them, so the screw head just disappears. Now, the screws I'm using are 4 by 35 mil. So what I've used is a 3.5 drill, just to pilot them first. And like I said, we're going to countersink them now, just with the small countersink bit, and then like that'll just keep the screws nice and flush and make a nice neat job of it. So I'll get them done, and then what we'll do, we're going to clamp those on the underneath, and then we can screw through from the top and screw it all together. I'll fetch you back once I've got all these countersinks done, and then we can start some assembly. Right, you can see we've lined the bottom brace up with the pencil marks there. That goes all the way through, clamped it on. The holes have been countersunk, So now it's just a matter screwing that on, which will pull these down, hold them in line. Do the bottom one. We'll do the same at the top. Then we can take the clamps off, work out the centre, do the same in the centre, and we're cooking with gas. The thing with this is we're going to use a lot of screws. Right, so we've got all three braces on. Now we want the centre ones in. I've got this one cut, that goes across there, and it always goes uphill from your hinge side. So what it does is when your hinges are here, it supports the door or the gate or whatever it is you're making and stops it sagging and twisting on just the braces. So this is an extra support. You might find people do these on a cross so you can fit them either way, but we know which way it's going on, so that's the way we want it. So I'll show you how we've marked this up, and lay a piece crosswise like that, level up the edges on your corners, and we simply mark where the edges are on both sides, turn it over, put a little mark on so you can see where you're going. Join the lines. And that gives you your cut. Right, we've got all the braces in now. So we've got our cross ones, everything all done. So what this needs now is a final sanding, get rid of all the pencil marks and all the other bits, and then we can start getting some paint on it. Right, we're all sanded. What I'm doing is just getting a coat of paint on the bottom and let that dry, get another coat on it, and then I know the bottom's got some protection on, ready for when I stand it up to paint, because I'll not be able to get underneath. Right, I've just been making this. One of the problems you have with gates rotting quickly is around here you've got the end grain on the top, so as the rain comes it just soaks straight in, and that lets the gate rot from the top. So by putting a band on, this can either be done in wood if you can bend the wood, but what I've done is flatten a piece of 22mm copper pipe and then bent it round, formed it to make a top for that, and that should keep the rain off and help the gate hopefully survive a little bit longer, which means I haven't got to make another one quite as quick. Right, we've got the first coat on. Looks a bit different with a bit of paint. That's the gate painted, and painted the posts as well. I'm just going to give them half an hour or so, let them dry up a bit, and then I'll get another coat on them, and then we're about ready for fitting then. That'll be another video when we get it all fitted. That's the back section. Yeah, it's coming together. Right, there we've got the gate fitted. Like a Wally, and being new to this recording lark, I forgot to pick the camera up and just got on with fitting it. So that's it, all on and done. Basically it was just a case of obviously taking the old gate off, getting rid of that, getting rid of the old framework, screwing the new framework to the wall, and then all I did was sat the gate on a small block of wood on the floor, and then levelled the gaps up, walked way around, a couple of packers to keep it where I wanted it, screwed the hinges on in place, pulled the packers out, and that's the gate swung. Very, very simple to fit these things, very simple. And then it was just deciding what type of a handle we were having. So we've just gone for the normal little latch. Bolt on, little slide bolt is to secure it. That's it really. Like I said, they're ever so simple to fit, really nothing to it. That's why in the past they were so very popular, both inside and out. Right, we'll see you later.